Eating VC, Dave here. Ton of records here to show, so let's make haste. Start with some free jazz to eliminate the riff-raff right off the bat. So we have Fred Anderson, The Missing Link. This is probably the grooviest free jazz record I've ever heard. Man, this one is a favorite now. This one is going to be on the table a lot. What a fantastic album. Sure just did a video on Fred Anderson and the drummer from this band, Hank Drake. And I tell you what, the bass player on this, Larry Hayrod, is a monster. Adam Rudolph on percussion. That, of course, is the Chicago skyline there. This is on Nessa Records, recorded in '79, released in '84. This is highly recommended. This came from Record Wonderland with a fine assist from Mr. Chris Cole. Can't thank you enough for this one. This one checks all the boxes and then some. Yeah. Hard to follow that one up, but we will do our best. Next, pick this up from Permanent Records. Original 7-inch on Blue Note, Lee Morgan, The Rump Roller. Always found it interesting that they would split a track in two to put out on a 7-inch, but that's what they used to have to do. So it's a little bit weird when the song stops and in the mid-song and you flip it over, but it's the way a lot of them are. Yeah, Joe Henderson, Ronnie Matthews, Victor Sproles, Billy Higgins. Great swinging track. Always pick up original Blue Note 7-inches when I see them because they don't pop up much. This album was a surprise. So the drummer from Hope's Fall posted that this was being dropped. There was no pre-order, there was no talk of it coming out. The band had 2 variants pressed of this record, 250 copies each, so 500 total. And when they made the announcement, they went on sale through the band. I think they were $20, and gone when gone, never to be pressed again. And this is the first time it's been pressed. So this is the album Code 7, Dancing Echoes, Dead Sounds. I believe originally from '05. I have just a burned CD. That's all I've ever had from way back. And this is a band from Winston-Salem. This is probably the best emo record of the period, in my opinion. These guys played with everyone, all the fucking heavy bands. Back in the mid-2000s, Every Time I Die, and I mean, I think we gigged with them a few times, 5 times down. These guys came, they were the guys, they were kids when they'd come to our shows, and by the time we were elder statesmen, then it was their turn, you know what I'm saying, and they brought this new sound, the emo sound. I'll never forget seeing Thursday open for Rival Schools. That's the first time I ever saw an emo band, and they were pretty much the first. They were from New Jersey. They pretty much started that scene, and they were really, really good because they were fucking heavy and melodic. Yeah, good changes in the songs, and then this group comes along and puts the fucking beauty in it. Man, this is, it mixes in some electronics, mixes in a lot of different elements. This is a fucking perfect album. Tuttle Brothers, and this is the insert. I got the orange wax, it's purple. Let's see the weight. was on Equal Vision, I believe. I was able to put this out for them, but they're already gone. I was able to get a copy. I think the record store in Winston, Underdog, got 6 copies. That's all they got, and the owner was keeping 1, so there was only 5 of them for sale. My friend Joe got 1, and I got 1. And so I have to thank my man in Hopes Fall for the heads up. They were a lot more than the band was selling than $20, but they're already going for like 90 online, and there's usually just like 1 or 2 copies available, and that's it. But yeah, do whatever you gotta do. Freaking, you know, donate a kidney, whatever you gotta do to get some cash to pick that up. It's freaking amazing. Reissue of the year for me. Next was one from Permanent. I think it came with the Lee Morgan Flower Traveling Band, Satori. Everybody knows this is classic album from, I think, 71 is when it originally was released. This is a boot on Phoenix Records. Sounds really fucking good. Mine's a tiny bit warped, which sucks. And I think it's because of how they put the record in the front of a gatefold with nothing in the bottom of the gatefold. So I think that's kind of what caused it. Other than that, no complaints. It plays fine. It's a very, very slight storage warp, basically. The first track on the second side with the harmonica, what a badass fucking, this is, you know, classic rock from Japan, killer band. Would love to find originals, but you know, they'll cost you, you know, you have to sell a vehicle and get one. Picked this up from Lunchbox. It had been ordered. Mulatu of Ethiopia. This is the triple vinyl. Oh, Strut put this out with Worthy Records. I haven't been able to spin this yet. Looking forward to it. I've got to set aside time to flip three records at once. But yeah, it plays the Ethiopian 5-tone scale. So yeah, this is going to be dope. I've previewed some online and a lot of recommendations for this, so pretty stoked on grabbing that. Another one from Permanent is the art edition of The Body with Uniform. Uniform is a wicked industrial band from New York City that I saw open for Boris. So I'm trying to find some more of their stuff. This is Mental Wounds Not Healing. So yeah, that case kind of slips over, the art part slips over the record. Sacred Bones, great label. Everything they put out is top notch. Real thick, sturdy piece of vinyl on clear. Comes with a download. This is all the right kinds of heavy, which is how I like it, as you should know. Yeah, Body, real heavy band. Yeah, this is good shit. Really cool one. Next is a absolute grail, original '94 pressing on Kill Rock Stars of Unwound, New Plastic Ideas. The bass player from this band unfortunately just passed away. Great band from Olympia, Washington area. Post-hardcore, melodic. Hard to compare them because they were really pioneers in this scene as far as I'm concerned. I mean, they were going, what, 99 I think they got started, and man, they were doing just killer hooks, and yeah, this is great hardcore record. Great band. I have to get all their stuff now. Got this record in the mail from David Horowitz down in Florida, Sequoia Flame. This is Schematics for a Blank Stare, Acid Rain. this is a record he had a hand in putting out. 2012, this was released, and this is a former VC member's band, Mr. Jeff Greer, if you all remember Jeff Greer. So he's on Fender Rhodes, Moog, and Slingerland drums. You got John Webb on violin, bass, Fender bass, and I can't remember, Wade Dunham on fuzz guitar and rhythm guitar. So some, you know, fuzzed out space rock, psychedelic, progressive jammage. Awesome that David sent this on. Stoked to have that. Really cool record. Once I was jamming that first Unwound record that I had picked up, I went into Lunchbox, and Numero Group put out like the whole catalog of the band, reissued it, solid, great reissues. So I picked up the album that came after, The Future of What, another fucking killer Unwound record. And those are cheap. They're like $14.99. Also found in Lunchbox a third pressing of Embrace from '87. Ian MacKaye from Fugazi's band at the time. Stoked to finally find a copy of this. It's not a reissue, not a later reissue. Did pick up this remastered edition of Margin Walker from Fugazi. Just I think six tracks. Been looking for this for years. I'll still pick up an original if I see it, but was just happy to grab this remaster. Discord, great shit from Fugazi. Next, I did get a package in the mail from Sean, the guy that changes his channel name every day. Used to have something to do with Kim Gordon. Really cool package. I really appreciate it, man. Couple CDs, Ghost Wolves, and then Bet Chatwin Heat and Entropy, and then a stack of 45s. Some of these are really cool. Like a lot of them I don't know, and I haven't got into them all yet. But some of them are really great. Like this John Lee Hooker, Stand By, on Jewel Records. That's fucking great. I don't have hardly any good blues in my collection, so I was stoked on that. This is I can't remember what one this is. Ecstasy on Amphetamine Reptile Records. That's dope. Some of this, I don't even know what it is. They're freaking cool. I don't know, this is on, whatever this is on Hozak Records. Cool artwork on that. Prong, which is a great fucking heavy band from back in the day. This is later Prong, I believe. Pretty cool. 7-inch. So this one. Ice Bolt, Howling Corpse. Heavy shit. Here's one on In the Red recordings that put out like John Spencer now, good label. This is Cheap Time from Woodland Drive, or Cheap Time's the band, Woodland Drive is the name of the 7-inch. Got Sergeant's Mess. Got I think this one's on Third Man, which is Underwear Heads, Tang Mania. And then the Wax Museum's 7-inch. That looks like a kind of private press or something. That's pretty cool. So thanks for sending those on, man. I love spinning 7-inches. I'll have just like Saturday session of just flipping 7-inches. I do it all the time. Last for the records. I ordered this on the 9th of August and it came on the 27th. I guess that was yesterday. I've already listened to it. This is This is serious shit. This is a great record. Virtual Shadow Ensemble on Noah Records from New Zealand, limited to 200 copies. Jumped on this when James Buttery recommended it. This is like if there's like the second track reminds me of Hiatus Coyote with the beat, and then the poetry in this reminds me of Irreversible Entanglements, and then the music reminds me of Sun Ra at times. This is a phenomenal piece of work that was done virtually in lockdown in New Zealand. This is amazing, and I guess James is going to get to go see them perform live soon, which is fucking amazing. So, yeah, keep your eyes peeled if something comes up in the used areas of Discogs for this. You can grab it. Yeah. That's all the records. I just watched Rob's video, and I felt like my dad was going to come out with a belt and take care of business. I'm going to leave a link to some channels below. I can tell you that most all the women in the VC are way more talented than any of us chumps here in the VC. I've got the most beautiful piece of artwork on my wall that came from Diana digging in the crate. It's my prized possession. If the house was on fire, it would be the first thing I get out. Fuck the records. You got Sonergy, who Rob had, I guess, helped take the plunge getting on, and is probably the most eloquent human being I've ever seen or heard. A philosopher, an artist, a deep knowledge of the music and the records. I mean, and the list goes on and on. You've got, like I've talked about, Kira was a diver, one of our youngest in the VC, and I mean, she's got a future in television or entertainment or something. She's amazing. 8 Vinyl Low, I mean, she's a teacher, and what teachers are going through right now, are you kidding me? So more power to the ladies. And yeah, I mean, I'll leave it at that. I hope everybody's well. Peace.